Hello again everyone, it's Josheb, it's Monday. Let's do a Monday Melee. This week we have for you Game 3 of the matchup between Tempo Storm and Team Blaze in a match that decides who gets a coveted spot in Blizzard's Spring Championship. As you can see, this has been an extremely tight game. Both teams have reached level 20 with the same amount of takedowns, and both Blaze and Tempo Storm are very even on structures as well. Though Zeratul does get a takedown to close out the last Immortal phase, Zagara does go down as well, ensuring both teams remain in balance. As Tempo Storm's Immortal begins to push the bottom lane, both teams grab whatever health and mana they can feasibly afford before converging on Blaze's bottom fort. As you can see, Tempo Storm has blown through most of their ultimates securing this Immortal, and only Maw and Gust are readily available. Team Blaze has had a chance to recover from the last engagement and are sporting an ultimate advantage at the moment. However, Tempo Storm does want to get maximum value out of the Immortal, and since Jaina is down and Blaze is playing double support, Falstad seizes the opportunity to engage by aggressively flying behind the enemy and gusting them into an unwanted engagement. Unfortunately for Falstad, Raynor dodges the gust altogether, and he's only able to isolate Muradin and Brightwing, who have a plethora of escapes. Brightwing even manages to get a clutch polymorph onto Falstad, almost costing him his life. With the help of the Immortal, Tempo Storm is able to take down the front wall and most of the keep before Raynor pops his Hyperion. Satisfied with getting Raynor's 100-second zoning tool, and with a trip to LA on the line, Tempo Storm takes the safe route and heads back to their Shaman camp to begin the mercenary push. Note that they do not risk getting Blaze's camp, as that invasion is deemed too risky. Because they finish their Shaman camp before Blaze finishes theirs, they also beat them to the bottom mercenary camp. This gives them a positional advantage, and rather than assault through the bottleneck, Blaze deems it necessary to try and backdoor through the alley, but by the time they reach them, Tempo Storm has already got the mercenary camp. With two camps pushing the bottom lane versus Blaze's one camp pushing top, Blaze has to stay back and defend this keep. Now if you remember last week we talked about making sure you aren't trying to have a team fight under a keep unless you have the creeps to soak the keep shots. Note who Morales is focusing their healing on here, the Fallen Shaman. As long as the Shaman stays alive, it's going to continue to summon dogs to soak that keep damage and allow Tempo to continue their siege and team fight here. We've also talked about pouring damage onto whoever's out of position. You'll note Tempo Storm is focusing their efforts on whoever they can hit safely, and for most of them, that's Muradin. For Zeratul, who has Wormhole, that's anyone he sees as a valuable target, Jaina, for example. Zeratul blinks in with a perfect body block and forces her bolt. Her Blizzard was just used to try and clear the aforementioned creep wave. Muradin tries to Stormbolt Zeratul to prevent his retreat, but he's a little too quick for him. Joanna uses her Blessed Shield to try and hold Muradin in place, but she misses as well. Muradin decides to go all in here and pops Avatar to try and force Tempo Storm back. With Muradin leading the charge, Jaina and Rhaegar are close behind. Brightwing stays back with Raynor to try and clear the creep wave in the Merc camp. Jaina and Rhaegar find themselves in a vicious Void Prison, and Muradin is isolated way out of position. He is able to Dwarf Toss away, but a nice Condemn from Joanna nabs several Blaze members, and Rhaegar has no choice but to pop Ancestral on him. Maw is used here and removes Muradin and Rhaegar from the fight, and Falstad gusts the remaining team away. As a result, Jaina finds herself at the mercy of a Stem Drone Dwarf, and without Ice Block, she is quickly dispatched. The maw opens up like a Christmas present, and Tempo Storm finds a dead puppy on the inside. Muradin is able to limp away, and Tempo Storm is looking to end it here, but with 3 members of Team Blaze still up, it's going to be difficult. Zeratul looks to finish Raynor so they can finish off the core, but Brightwing's heals and a quick tap of the well make sure that he can stay in the fight. Tempo Storm does not want to risk core here without another kill, as the 3 remaining members of Blaze have great crowd control. Tempo Storm considers retreating, but understands this is the best opportunity they're going to get to seize this game. Joanna comes in and blinds Raynor so he cannot get off his penetrating round, and thus allows Zeratul the precious few seconds he needs unhindered to finish Raynor and help secure the game. As a reminder, it isn't just the Wombo potential that makes a great use of an ultimate. Gust, Maw, and Void Prison are excellent isolation tools as demonstrated by Tempo Storm in this game. Since Blaze was running double healer, securing kills in Blaze's base could be very difficult, and the great timing of the VP, Maw, and Gust gave them the advantage they needed to pick off Jaina and to snowball a win. I also wanted to reiterate what we talked about last week. Using creep to fight its structures is very important. Morales' healing onto the Shaman allowed them to fight much longer than they would have been able to had they allowed the Shaman to die early on. Lastly, as always, positioning is of utmost importance, especially when you're fighting heroes with strong gap closers. Jaina was fighting under her keep and thought she was safe, but as soon as her team split and she was isolated, Zeratul began chunking her life away. Tempo Storm did a spectacular job of doing coordinated switches onto whoever was the most out of position, whether it be Muradin, Jaina, or Rhaegar. Whoever was easiest to hit, they hit, and that was the difference. Alright, let's watch that same fight with great commentary by Jake and Dunktrain.
We're near him, and they realize they need to back away. Tempo has a exposed and weak keep and bottom with 2 mercenary camps, and it looks like they're opting to push in with it. Goku looking for the flanks. Can he get a VP? Blinks in onto Claudius. A lot of damage, but backs away.
Solid harass there by Goku, but he's just looking to force the enemy into a mistake, not actually trying to kill the Rhaegar on his own there.
Okay, once again going on to Ruffle, forcing out a Bolt. Bolt of the Storm on cooldown for a full minute. We do see that nice peekaboo from Brightwing really giving them a lot of eyes on. And as Avatar is used, they're backing away. VP on 2 targets, forcing Battery into a weird spot. He jumps away. The Hammerang goes out. The Condemn is beautiful. And a lot of damage, but the Ancestral will top off Muradin, but not before Jaina goes down. First kill. Soldier still has that huge damage output, and he's going to be blowing up another kill on Rhaegar. Tempo Storm gets 2 kills, potentially 3. No, the Blink kill keeping Jason up. Zeratul going in, but Polly at the last moment to sustain. Can Blaze defend this core?
5 versus 3, but the Immortals are up. Blaze might have taken Tempo Storm's top keep, so Tempo Storm looking to finish the game here.
Oh no, but as Raynor falls, I think that is gonna be it. Tempo Storm is starting to chunk through the core's health. They're doing so much damage. Goku getting focused. The heals from Medic are enough though. It's dropping 80% right now. Win this 5v2. There's no chance of Blaze to stop this. Tempo Storm will qualify for America's Regionals.
That'll do it for this week's Melee. Thanks so much for watching, and thank you for getting us to 2,000 subscribers. If you haven't yet, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we hope to see you tonight as we cast Chair League. Monday! Chair League games take place tonight, beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Come on out and support the Grassroots Community League, or sign up yourself for free at chairleague.com. Straz and I will be casting at twitch.tv/Josheb. We hope to see you there. Tonight, you'll use the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.